What's up, legends? Benchmark Bets is back, and today I'm going to take you through some plays that I'm liking for the NBA Cup final today between the Knicks and the Spurs. So buckle up, I've done the homework, let's hit these and stack these wins. So before we dive into the picks, quick little recap from yesterday's slate. We went 2-1 with Osar Thompson over 5.5 rebounds, cashed pretty easily. Pretty sure he got his 6th rebound in the third quarter. He ended on 6, but still a cash either way. Then we had Cooper Flag over 18.5 points, hit this by halftime and ended with 42. His season high, absolute heater. And our miss of the day was Ja Morant over 26.5 points and assists. As soon as I heard he was still on a minutes restriction, I knew it'd be tough. Loved the read, but minutes killed it. Otherwise, this would have been a nice, clean sweep. Alright, let's get into today's game. So, with the first play that I'm liking, I'm going with Julian Champagnie over 4.5 rebounds. So he's hit this in 15 out of the last 25 games, averaging 5.6 boards. The Knicks allow the 12th most rebounds to his position. Not elite, but not the worst. You'll likely be guarding someone with low usage, like OG or Hart, which should give him heaps of chances to grab those boards. I'm expecting around 28 minutes today, so when he's played 25 plus minutes, he is over this line in 14 out of 20 games with an average of 6.1. At plus money, I'm definitely happy to take this one. And with the second pick, still sticking with the Spurs, I'm going with Devin Vassell over 13.5 points. If I had to pick a favourite play today, it's definitely this one. Vassell thrives off catch and shoot opportunities and from spot-up plays, and the Knicks give up the 4th most points to catch and shoot plays and the 2nd most points to spot-up opportunities. On top of that, I don't think he's going to see much attention today. The likes of OG, Brunson, and also Cat getting most of the defensive attention, so he should see some pretty easy opportunities to score today. But another pivot I am liking is his over 2.5 3-pointers. So he's cashed this in 13 out of the last 25 games, averaging 2.8. However, he does average about 7 3-point attempts per game. So when he's had at least 7 3-pointers, which I can definitely see him happening, he's over this line in 10 out of 12 games with an average of 4.1. He's over 2.5 threes is another plus money play. Sort of the trend that I'm going to go with today, taking those plus money plays, because you never know what's going to happen in these cup games. And then finally, I'm looking at Mikal Bridges over 14.5 points. So very similar reasoning to the Vassell play. Bridges does most of his scoring from, again, catch and shoot and from spot up. And the Spurs give up the 9th most points to catch and shoot plays and the 6th most points to spot up opportunities. Same thing as before. It's not going to see as much attention with, again, OG, Brunson, and also Cat taking up most of the defensive. They're going to be defending those 3 guys the most. So he should see some easy opportunities here to get his 15 plus. So that's pretty much the 3 players I'm liking for today. Now let's look at some of the main guys. So Brunson over 30.5 does have a pretty decent matchup today. They do allow a lot of scoring from pull-up and also a lot of scoring from spot-up and also a lot of scoring to mid-range, which I can see Brunson trying to capitalize on. The 30.5, I think that's a bit too high for him today, especially being a cup game. I think something dicey is going to happen. Maybe some double teaming, maybe some like boxing out, maybe Wemby's going to try and push him out further and take more 3-pointers. But he is going to see a lot of opportunities, so I would stay away from this. But, however, the over looks enticing, especially being a cup game. I can see Brunson trying to carry his team to the win, even though I think the Spurs are going to win. Then we have Cat for 21.5 points. Definitely liking the under on this one. Scores a lot of his points from within 10 feet of the basket. and the Spurs give up the second least points there. So, again, I can see him taking a lot of shots, but a lot of the shots are going to be inefficient. Could look at his assists, especially if he gets like the Wemby matchup and he has to kick it out to someone like Mikal Bridges or an OG. So over 2.5 assists could be good, but it is very heavily juiced, so I would stick away from that. And let's look at the three other guys. OG, over his points. Again, I think he's over 1.53s might be the better play, but look at that. Look at that juice on that. I wouldn't even touch that. I would go with his points, but it's between him and Josh Hart and Mikal, who's gonna be the one scoring the points today. Do lean Mikal the most, like I said before, but it could be OG or Josh Hart. Josh Hart for his rebounds and assists. Again, I think he's gonna be defending someone who's not gonna have much usage, like let's look, like a Harrison Barnes, or maybe even a Devin Vassell when he's not taking those shots. So for him to crash the boards and grab those nice little assists to Jalen Brunson could be good. So Josh Hart over 13.5 rebounds and assists could be pretty decent. Recent players have gone over in 5 out of the last 10 games. Does get a lot of assists in the mid-range, where Brunson should score a lot of his points from. So yeah, actually would upgrade this one to a nice solid lean. Jordan Clarkson, I'm not going to worry about. Mitchell Robinson, not really going to worry about. Tyler Kolek, he won't play today. So that's pretty much it for the Knicks players. So let's look at some Spurs. De'Aaron Fox, over 21.5 points. I can see a lot of people going on the over for this one. However, I'm liking the under more. So, doesn't take many 3-pointers. On average, he's taking about 5 to 8 to 9. The Knicks do give up a lot of points to 3-point line. However, he's going to be their main primary ball handler today. And when that does happen, they're going to give up. What do they give up to DPTs? Yeah, 8 least points to primary ball handlers. So I think Fox actually goes under his line. Could look at his assists, 4.5 assists. Could see him pass a lot more. He only had 7 potentials last time, so not that good. What's his average potentials been? Been averaging about 11.4 potentials, so if he at least sees at least, what? Let's say 10 potentials. So over this line at 8 out of 11, his assist could be nice, but I wouldn't touch that. Wemby for over his points, another player that a lot of people are going to be taking today. Does have a nice matchup, catch and shoot from above the break. Does score a lot from, transition's pretty decent as well. And did go over in the last time he faced these guys who played a very similar role. Only thing is, it's just minutes restriction today, so not entirely sure about this one, but I do expect Wemby to try and make a name for himself and get that win for the Spurs. Stephen Castle, over 17.5 points. I actually do like this play a bit more. I don't think he's going to play the primary ball handler ball game role as much as Fox will, so I could see him taking some catch and shoot opportunities and some spot up points. Was looking at his threes line at 1.5. Did get 2 last time against the Thunder. Only took 5 shots though, so this will be a lean. But at plus money, you definitely have to properly look at that one. I could be enticed to take his threes, but I'm gonna stay away from it. So his points and assist line, 23.5, pretty much where it should be. Gonna stay away from that. Rebounds and assists, I do like this a lot. The last 3 guards, or the last 3 players, have gone over. Obviously all from the Magic, but still looks very good. I can see him crashing the boards a lot, defending one of the least usage guys, like a Hart or an OG or a Bridges if they're not on the ball shooting. So yeah, Stephen Castle over 10.5 rebounds and assists could be nice. Devin Vassell already talked about. Harrison Barnes, not going to really say much. Dylan Harper for over 10.5 points. Can see this being a nice play. Going to see some spark off the bench. Definitely have at least 15 to 20 minutes. So if we look at games where he's had to play at least 15 minutes, doesn't really change much, but he saw over 11 out of the last 14. How much shots did he go against OKC? 13 shots. Only made 3 though. So I can see an upside here for Harper. He has been playing pretty nice recently. Again, this is a lean. I wouldn't entirely take this. I'd be more inclined to take like the Julian Champagny play, or even the Devin Vassell play. Keldon Johnson, I'm not going to touch. Champagny, already talked about. Cornet, not even going to bother with this. Could obviously just go his unders, to be honest. What's this under PRA? 11.5? Nah, definitely not touching that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today's breakdown. There's nothing else I really want to talk about. So, legends, if you're enjoying these types of videos, smash that like button, drop a comment what your favorite play is for today, and make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. So thanks for watching, good luck with your bets tonight, stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Let's go.